Elevate Kamilla Cardoso and let everything run through her. Let her be the dominant force down close to the basket for the Chicago Sky. Turn Angel Reese into a role player, and you know what will happen? You will be an improved team, and you will win games.
This season, the Chicago Sky finally triumphed. And guess what? Angel, the facts don't lie. When Rhea plays fewer minutes, the Sky win. Rhea remained glued to the bench for the whole of the fourth quarter as she watched Kamilla Cardoso dominate the court and drop a career-high 23 points.
Angel Reese, part 36, let's get it!
Another day, another 3 me-bounds for our me-bounding queen. Now 50% me-bound rate. How about it? Oh, she's learning to pass now, huh?
Bang!
Fastest to 500 rebounds in WNBA history. I wonder why. She's learning to kick it out now. How about it? These announcers are hilarious. They're like, she's learning not to get swatted 3 times in a row. Now it's only twice.
He's a pro basketball player, not a make-a-wish kid.
By the way, this is called a foul. I don't know about you, but that's all ball, baby. All ball!
This isn't merely a coincidence anymore. We're going to dissect how the Sky came up with their winning recipe, and it all stems from their decision to turn down their purported superstar Angel Reese. If you believe that the Sky has figured out their formula for success, leave a remark below, and let's proceed.
This guy finally won a game. We had Angel Reese with a double single. Cardoso was exceptional.
Coach Tyler Marsh made a choice that sent shockwaves through the arena during the fourth quarter, something nobody anticipated coming. As her teammates battled for their first victory, Reese, the alleged star player, was forced to watch the most important parts of the game from the sidelines. Reese was benched during a crucial moment, and the reasons behind this reveal more about what this squad truly needs to thrive than a simple rest or substitute.
Guess what did not happen? No double-double for Angel Reese equals victory for the Chicago Sky. She should be your 4th or 5th offensive option because she can't shoot. She still couldn't shoot last night. That's just a fact. She still could not shoot the basketball.
The figures up to this point provide a clear picture. Coach Marsh was unable to ignore Reese's 2-for-6 shooting performance and force shots any longer. She missed all 3 of her shots in the first quarter and finished the half with only 1 point. This wasn't simply a bad night. Angel Reese was forcing plays that weren't there and damaging her team's chances of winning with her 33% shooting percentage. Her offense was in dire need of every basket they could score.
Angel Reese, I'm sorry, she's not a star basketball player. She's a star person. Her game is she can be a great role player. You can be a star in your role. Draymond Green is a star in his role. Angel Reese can be a star in her role, rebounding, creating havoc, creating extra possessions. She play hard on the defensive end. Angel Reese can be a good player for a good team. Her role has to be defined. You don't need her trying to be a scorer.
The fact that this was Reese's first professional game against Paige Bueckers, which increased the pressure and scrutiny on every possession while Bueckers was scoring 15 points, dishing out 8 assists, and playing like a complete player, made the decision even more important. The comparison was harsh. Rhea was having trouble finding any offensive rhythm, and it was all broadcast live for everyone to witness.
She's not efficient at all, and the lack of efficiency in her shooting leads to losses. Right here, 97-92. This was in Chicago. Let's just scroll down here. Angel Reese, 25 minutes, 2 of 6 from the field, 33%. You're 6'4", 33%. I mean, honestly, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 points. You're right in your lane. Yeah, you're right in your lane.
Coach Marsh's post-game remarks showed her reasoning for benching Reese, emphasizing that she should concentrate on rebounding and assisting rather than forcing offensive plays. Marsh stated that Rhea was experiencing some hand discomfort, which may have contributed to some of her shooting difficulties, but let's be honest, is this just another excuse? I think that's who Angel is in the best way. That's what her skill set allows her to be, Marsh added.
For the Chicago Sky, in the first half, it was all Cardoso. Cardoso ended the game with 23. Cardoso in the first half she had her first 10 points for the team. So she had 23.
The difference was striking. Ree finished with 6 points on bad shooting, but her replacement was immediately making plays that benefited the team. The real question wasn't whether Ree should have been benched, but rather whether the Sky would eventually start playing as a cohesive team after she left the court.
The way Angel played in the fourth is the way she probably should be playing. She's a good role player. She's a good role player. Like, it was a solid performance. Like, she made a couple of extra passes. She kind of swung 1 or 2 times, and the team won a few times. And like, the team got a couple of scores from all 5 people's ball movement.
When Angel Reese was benched in the fourth quarter, the Sky offense instantly improved. The ball movement became more fluid, and they outscored Dallas in the last period. Players began making extra passes rather than forcing contested shots. The spacing opened up, and all of a sudden, Chicago looked like a professional basketball team rather than a collection of individuals attempting to get their stats. While Angel Reese was learning harsh lessons on the bench, something amazing was occurring on the court that no one could have predicted. This wasn't just a coaching decision. It was a discovery about what the Sky could become when they stopped driving plays through their failing star. It wasn't supposed to be Cardoso's night. She had never scored more than 15 points in a game, and now the entire strategy was shifted to her. Cardoso, who had been playing in Reese's shadow for the better part of 2 seasons, suddenly found herself at the center of the Sky's offense.
Kamilla Cardoso had her best game of the season. Might have had the best game of her young career. To be honest, I don't really remember. She had a couple decent games her rookie year, but I don't really remember her having a game as good as this one.
The change started right away. Cardoso scored the first 10 points for the Sky, displaying an aggressiveness and confidence that took everyone by surprise. She was hitting the rim deliberately, making deft readings in the post, and establishing herself as a real threat right away. Chicago gained momentum and something they hadn't had all season, a dependable scoring option who wasn't exerting too much pressure thanks to this early offensive surge.
Kamilla Cardoso. Guess who finally got more minutes than Angel Reese in a ball game? Hell has frozen over, I guess. But finally, they ran this whole shooting match through Cardoso.
What made this even better, the senior point guard for the Sky, Courtney Vanderloot, fully supported this tactical change, saying, "We need to play through her more often because she needs to touch the ball a lot, and I think she understands the game really well." Vanderloot saw what everyone else was seeing, that Cardoso was making the proper plays and earning her opportunities. When your Hall of Fame colleague calls for more touches for someone, you know that person is doing something well.
She showed up today. Kamilla Cardoso showed up today. I can't knock it. It was a hell of a game. Like I said, Vandersloot, pick and roll masterpiece, hesitating, scoop layups, finding open players, finding Kamilla. It was a hell of a game from Sloot. Ariel Atkins showed up back-to-back games, getting busy, being that scorer that Chicago needs, that scorer, that shot creator, that late in the shot clock guy where it's like, hey, it's late in the shot clock. We got 6 seconds left. We need you to go get a bucket. Ariel Atkins is showing she could step up and be that player for the Chicago Sky.
In contrast to Reese's strategy, which was evident when Ree forced shots and attempted to create plays that weren't there, Cardoso's performance was even more impressive because she dominated both ends of the court. She wasn't just about scoring. She was also controlling the paint defensively, diving for loose balls, and making sharp passes that kept the offense flowing.
9 of 13. 69% from the field. 83% from the line. 8 rebounds. 23 points. She was dominant last night. Dominant. Let's look at it a little bit.
Here at Wintrust, and a quick move and quick night. Wings and Sky, the Wings, like I mentioned.
I mean, she was dominant. Look at it. Inside, close to the basket. Misses one. There's Angel. Angel actually threw the ball back to Kamilla.
Cardoso seemed to reach her full potential with every basket she made, and the Sky offense began to click in ways it hadn't throughout the season. Players were finding her in advantageous positions, and she was finishing through contact, and all of a sudden Chicago appeared to have a real inside presence. Her shooting was also effective, going 9 of 13 from the field and 5 of 6 from the free throw line.
Kamilla Cardoso, 9 of 13, 5 of 6 from the line, 8 rebounds, 23 and 8. That's what you need from her. That's what you need from her. Kamilla Cardoso should be giving you 10 rebounds a night. At 6'7", she should be getting 10 rebounds a night. Now, this is what frustrates people with Kamilla Cardoso is she'll have a game like this, 23 and 8, and then you don't know what you're going to get from her next game. Kamilla might not show. Kamilla might go for 6 points and 3 rebounds next game. She got to start demonstrating a level of consistency that the coach and the Sky fans can rely on.
How did Kamilla Cardoso's career take off? High 23 points as soon as Ree resigned and her role was diminished. With improved positioning and the team's full attacking support, Cardoso received more touches in the post. The ball was now going to someone who was making plays and helping her team win rather than being forced through a failing player. I finally saw the work that I put in during the offseason translate to this game, Cardoso remarked following the game. This performance proved that the Sky's future might not revolve around their supposed star, but rather around a player who is ready to step up when given the opportunity.
We've seen Kamilla, let me just pause it. We've seen Kamilla trailing Angel a lot lately and/or cutting around the basket while Angel's down here and she keeps throwing up shots and keeps missing. Angel actually threw the ball back to Kamilla and it worked. Right here, oh, I miss a layup. I get my own rebound. Guess what? One shot, it's back in. One shot, it's back in.
This is when the exciting part begins. It is now hard to disregard the statistical information that has been accumulating throughout the season. Angel, while supporters and the media have been offering excuses for Reese's difficulties, the stats plainly show that his performance versus Dallas was not just a poor game, but rather part of a dangerous pattern. It's getting harder to defend the story that the real evidence conveys.
Rasheed Wallace once said 3 great words: ball don't lie. Bang! At this rate, she's gonna be leading the league in turnovers as a big under center, bro. Said hot, bang! A lot of new people here are asking, hey, what does butter pecan mean? I'll tell you what it means. It's butter pecan! Bang!
On paper, Reese's 6 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists in 25 minutes might seem respectable, but her shooting efficiency and decision-making were poor. She only made 2 of her 6 field goals, for a brutal 33.3% shooting percentage. This wasn't a fluke either, as Ree missed all 3 of her attempts in the first quarter and only managed 1 point by halftime. These aren't the numbers you expect from someone who should be leading your offense.
Playing in her 6th game of her WNBA career, Smith blocks Angel and will send it back.
Nalissa Smith, a former teammate of Caitlin Clark, blocked Reese's layup attempt, setting off a viral moment that encapsulated her entire evening. Fans reacted on social media to Reese being stuffed by Smith, which wasn't just a defensive play, but also a statement about how easily opposing teams can neutralize Ree when she's forcing shots. Smith's block was described as a powerful one that became a symbol of Ree's offensive struggles and poor shot selection.
She just blocked the shit.
6th game of her
Boom! Get that crap out of here. She just blocked the shit out of Angel Reese. I mean, God, she's terrible.
The Sky offensive rating with Ree on and off the court was even more telling. Without her controlling possessions, the team moved the ball better and made more percentage shots. You could watch it unfold in real time as the offense really flowed like it should have when Ree wasn't pressuring plays and demanding touches. Players hit better shots, made the extra pass, and found open teammates.
That's good basketball. That is good. You see how happy her teammate was? Look at that. I mean, a dominant force. She's an absolute... Look at these made layups. It's... wow. Who would have thought? Who would have thought made layups would... Being efficient would lead to winning ball? I guess I would have thought it.
The numbers don't lie about that reality. The most damning evidence wasn't just her individual stats, but also how the team performed when she wasn't the starting option. The comparison to her season averages demonstrated that this wasn't just one bad night. Rhea's been consistently performing below expectations. What can be learned about the Sky's performance both with and without Rhea on the court from their offensive numbers? The team's shooting percentages improved, and their assist totals surged to 25 or more in a row when the offense didn't run through Rhea. When Chicago stopped pushing everything through their struggling star, they actually began playing like a professional basketball team. These numbers imply that the Sky formula may require Rhea to take on a role that is very different from what their supporters had anticipated.
Need to know who is reffing these WNBA games.
Got Helen Keller, Ray Charles, and Stevie Wonder out there with the whistle in their mouth.
Out of travel? I didn't know you could do the Cupid Shuffle when you got the ball in your hand. Skip it, pop, boom, boom, boom.
Bang!
The ball tells the truth. The ball gets justice. No, it's the end of the school year and everything. We got prom coming up, but I didn't know you could dance on the WNBA court like that.
Times I gotta tell you, you need your passport to travel.
When Angel Reese was benched in Chicago and her team ultimately prevailed, you know what's crazy? Two sophomore sensations are on a losing streak, and Caitlin Clark is sidelined at Indiana due to an injury. Two entirely distinct circumstances, the outcomes reveal who truly matters to their team success. One chooses to sit out while the other is sidelined by injury.
Just like that, Kathy Engelbert, the WNBA, the team owners, the Players Association, in the split of an instance, all of it can change. In a split instance, all of it can change. If this injury does anything, it should be a wake-up call to the WNBA.
Without Clark, the Fever appeared to be losing all focus, failing to score and collapsing. When Clark sits, no one can match her court vision, her ability to find open teammates, or her leadership on the floor. The Fever's entire system collapses because they built everything around having a generational talent who improves everyone. Without their star point guard leading the offense and creating plays for everyone else, Indiana cannot function.
Indiana Fever lose to a young Washington Mystics team, 83-77. Look lost without Caitlin Clark.
When Reese wasn't forcing shots and controlling possessions, the ball started moving naturally. Players found better looks, and the Sky without Reese and crunch time looked more organized than they had all season. Suddenly, they looked like a professional basketball team rather than 5 players vying for their stats.
The Sky have one potential bona fide superstar, and that is Kamilla Cardoso. It is not Angel Reese. Last night, Angel Reese, and look, her fans, if she has played the right way by a team, her fans are going to burn down social media, and they're going to burn down the Chicago Sky, because Angel Reese's line should look something like 4 to 6 points with 8 to 10 rebounds and 3 assists. That should be her line.
Everything about these two players is shown by the numbers. When you don't have someone who can see the court as well as Clark, every possession becomes a struggle. The team went from being a playoff contender to looking completely lost without their floor general. Clark's absence left a huge void in assists, points, offensive efficiency, and team leadership that no one could fill.
They had 0 fast break points. 0 fast break points on the game. 0. 0 fast break points. I don't care what this score ends up.
When Chicago stopped forcing everything through their struggling star, other players stepped up and played their natural games. Cardoso dropped 23 points because she finally got the touches and positioning she deserved. Reese's reduced role allowed teammates like Cardoso to flourish, proving that sometimes addition by subtraction actually works. One player improves everyone around them, while the other seems to make the game harder for her teammates. Every time Reese forces shots, it breaks the offensive flow and actually makes her team worse. Clark improves her teammates' games by setting up easy scoring opportunities and making the perfect move.
And never on planet Earth should she ever have more minutes than Kamilla Cardoso, which has been a trend until last night. They won the game.